Hel- Hello and welcome to Stars Without Number episode 5. I missed the last one, but I did watch the last one, and I'm sure everyone knows what the score is by now. So, I'm going to hand it straight over to Hippo. This is the laziest introduction ever, who is going to tell us what we're doing.
Quality content.
Yeah, I suppose if you're starting this series on episode 5, what the hell's wrong with you? And yeah, introductions are for, I don't know, are for the birds at this point. So, last session, the three amigos, played by Velik, Mag, and Sunstorm, playing their characters Morius, Dash, and Samuel, landed on the planet of Hestion 6. They met a nice smiling man. They went to the red light district, proceeded to have sex with nothing, and then Meg committed felony shooting at a peace officer, and consequently got shot at, and is now dying in a sewer.
So you talk about the small retcon we did off screen?
Ah, yes, that is right. So, I found out that I used the wrong damage roll for Dash's damage. I rolled for mag pistols instead of laser pistols. So I rolled off stream. It was still lethal damage, but I made a deal with Mag that was somebody burns a Lazarus patch to keep him alive, and we don't have to worry about him dying so soon in the series. Easy peasy.
Lemon
Is
cheesy.
it soon though? Is it soon?
What's soon?
It's episode 5. I don't know if that's soon.
Okay, one thing I am going to do for episode 5 onwards is I'm just going to kill the webcam because it's highly uninteresting just watching me sit here and read. Just a
drink.
face of pure concentration and drink, yeah. Because it's not an action thing that we're really doing here for the most part. I will disable that for now, and I'll bring it back for any combat.
Alright, activate your combat webcams. Not actually, but anyways.
Red alert. Shields up.
Fap.
No.
So Edmon, to tie you over for you and Commando's absence last session, basically Dr. Freeman gave you a little too much anesthetic, and he's been feverishly working on correcting his little oopsie-daisy on the ship. Nothing too serious. You were just sleeping very soundly for all the events. I'd really say only maybe about an hour or two has passed, I'd say, since you guys made City Fall. So, we will start off with... Alright, so, Sam. When we
Yes.
last left off, you were looking down the tunnel and you saw a figure approaching you.
Can I make out any details about the figure?
Humanoid. Give me a notice, wisdom check.
One second.
Looks familiar, but you can't make out much more than that. As in, like, the build and the height look familiar. Figure is currently, now, bending over and wiping at its legs. Morius, you have a limp body on top of you that pretty much crushed you on the way down. It's good old Dash. Dash has 2 sizzling holes in him.
Have we burned the Lazarus patch or no?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Well,
For
there might be
shizzle.
metagaming at this point. I'm just gonna look through his stuff.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
look
he
through my stuff. Or...
does have Lazarus
Help.
patches on him. That's pretty
Yeah.
much how I determined this. So, alright. So you quickly push him off. He slumps over, completely unconscious, unresponsive. The smell of burning flesh as well just fills your nostrils, even though you're in a sewer.
Mm-hmm.
Mildewy and everything, but You rifle through all of his pockets, and after a minute, you find a Lazarus patch. So if we were to use the standard rules for this, we would have to make a DC check, but because I am a forgiving god, you don't have to make any sort of check. You attach the Lazarus patch to his chest, and it immediately gets to work to reviving him. However, he does not immediately regain consciousness.
But he is stabilized.
Is stabilized. The smokiness coming from his 2 burn wounds appears to have stopped.
Well, at least that's good. I think I broke my everything falling down the hole.
Yeah, you're in pain. Everything hurts. How much health do you have right now?
2
Nice. All right.
out of
yeah.
10.
Yeah, you're not feeling so hot. You're still functional, but you definitely felt like you fell about 9 meters down a concrete shaft.
Lost a breath when I fell down the hole. Just like
Yep. Yep, you're winded and just like the whole adrenaline rush of of everything, because you're for the most part unarmed. So yeah, the light above you in the tunnel, you hear the sound of metal scraping, and the light disappears.
above or in front?
Above, sorry.
Okay, so where the street level and all the cops.
Yep. You don't hear anything else. Sam, you look further ahead, and yeah, you can barely make it out, but you hear something. It's just fuck.
I'm gonna draw my pistol.
Alrighty. Hear some low, angry mumbling as well.
Alright, put your hands up.
Captain?
Teddy?
Hey, you made it. Holy shit. Thought you were dead.
I'm not dead yet. Good work on the sewer, though. Come on. Gotta get out of here.
You hear him walk into something. Fuck! You know, I landed down here and I think I got a rat up my pants. I think it bit me like 3 times.
Then just shake it out and let's go.
What about these 2 over here?
Let's see if they're alive. Mario, so you're alright.
I think.
Good.
Cash is alive, I think. The holes have stopped sizzling, so that's good. Although he's out of it.
I like that. The holes have stopped sizzling.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Shoulder him and take out my pistol in one hand and shoulder him with the other. Kind of,
give me a
bury him.
strength. Give me an exertion check with strength.
Okay. Be better. Where's the minus?
You can't hold him with all that pain. You go to put him on your shoulder, and you just kind of slump back down, and he slides off of you.
Yeah. Sam or Teddy, any of you need a hand to carry him? Because he's effectively dead weight right now.
Teddy comes
Although
over
not dead.
and slumps him over the shoulder. What happened to you, huh?
I fell down and I think I broke. Or, I don't know. It hurts. I'll be fine, but it hurts.
So with Dash slumped over his shoulder, Teddy slaps Dash's ass and goes, "So what did this guy do?" Or, no. Why did he shoot at cops?
Go figure.
So now what?
I'm gonna make a call.
We move and we try to get the fuck out of this fucked up place. Everyone's here crazy.
Where do you want to go? You are currently in a circular tunnel It is about, let's say, 5 meters across. The ceiling is pretty low. Maybe you only have about another foot or so above your heads, whichever one of you is the tallest. It's watery, mildewy, moldy, metally. It's made entirely out of metal. And it's quite dark.
Teddy,
Well-
do you have a flashlight on you?
Teddy rifles through his stuff, his pockets. No, I don't have anything like that. Oh, wait, he pulls out some matches, but they're wet. Let's help.
Perfect.
Timothy.
That's me.
Your eyes open and you're looking up into a examination light in the medical bay of the Sultan. You look over to the side and Dr. Freeman is busy washing his hands.
Ah, you look how I feel.
He rolls his eyes. Well, whatever I gave you, it had a little bit too strong of an effect on you.
Whatever. I was shot.
Well, the good news is the bullet is out. No, sorry, it went clean through. I'll take that back. The wound is closed up. You're going to have a bit of scarring, but I suppose it'll make an interesting story of how the people that once employed you shot at you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna get out of bed.
The others went down to Planetside. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, most of the servers were shut down ages ago.
Yeah, Sam wasn't able to get any connection towards any trade networks from what I could tell. So, they went down to investigate. Haven't heard from them since.
And that didn't bother you at all?
It's only been a couple hours.
No. Still, it is unusual.
Well, they're big boys. They'll be fine. I hope.
Are you are you sure about that?
Morius will be fine for certain. Sam I've only just met, but Dash has the air of likely to get shot by cops, and I don't know what the rest of the crew does. They seemed pretty distant from the rest of us.
Alright, fair enough. We got a radio channel. Let's find out where they are and meet back up.
You have a compad on you.
Excellent.
Do you? I'm asking.
Oh, no, I do not.
Okay.
I don't have anything because I was unceremoniously evicted from my previous employment.
That's true. Let's see if Dr. Freeman has one here.
I think he does.
There should be one on the ship if there isn't.
Yeah, you can go use the ship's communications. He actually does not have a compad, funny enough.
I don't have anything. Everything
Wait,
was
who
left
does?
behind in the
What did
barracks.
we just us three now we're down in the sewers?
Freeman. Yeah, Freeman doesn't have a compad.
As I do.
Alright,
Dash maybe. This Dash has a compat I know because I somewhat fixed it.
Yep.
And Sam, what about you?
I should have one. It's the only thing I took with me, other than the pistol.
Okay.
should add it to your equipment.
Oh, I've got it in other equipment.
So Timothy, you go over to the ship's communication deck, and it's unmanned right now because the ship is at port. The setup is pretty simple. There are personal communications available. Basically, the ship can hail anybody's compad because they're crew members of the ship. So you have the whole list of crew. Some of them are deactivated, as if they turned off their compads.
Okay,
So, who do you want to contact?
I shall just go through the first person on the list alphabetically.
Oh, Jesus. I gotta pull up a list now. Uh, since I don't have last names for them, they are going to be... Wait, no, I do have last names. I'm an idiot.
1 and 2.
Oh. Well, so you find somebody by the name of Algo Sabi, Dwayne, and you call up his compad. So you hear the standard 20th century ringtone on the other side, and Dwayne picks up on the other end. He does not activate the camera. Instead, you just hear his voice. What is it, Sultan? Wrong voice. What is it, Sultan?
I was just kind of wondering where everybody was.
There's a pause. Who was this?
It's the Squeeze.
The Squeeze. You one of the new people?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where everybody is. All I know is we all went our separate ways, as we typically do when we land on the planet.
Right, but I mean, I'm more specifically looking for the guys that I was with.
Are you talking about Samuel?
I'm talking about Dash and Samuel, yeah, and the others. Morris.
Well,
Glorious.
you're not going to find your other cohorts, but you will be able to contact Samuel. Now,
Okay.
if you don't mind, I am busy. And he hangs up.
Okay,
So
so
you-
I will now. Yep.
You find Knight, Samuel.
Mm. Okay.
Giving you the option because I have no idea if you're just going to choose somebody else instead.
No, I will do the sensible thing and call him.
Alright. Sam, your compad starts vibrating.
Do I know if, like, Avantika or Constanza are still on the ship?
No, you don't have any idea.
Okay, I'm gonna answer it anyway.
Alright, yeah, it just comes up Sultan, anyways. If it were to come from their personal compads, it would say their names. So, you pick up.
Good, I was hoping to hear from somebody. Who's this?
It's Timothy.
Oh, good, you're awake. Listen, I need you to go down to the cargo bay, get a floater ruck, and the best casket-sized cargo pod.
Okay. I mean, I was
It'll
just
make
gonna
sense.
ask where you were and that we could meet up. I presume that something has gone wrong.
Very much so, yes.
Okay, and in that case, I shall get the items you ask, but you'd better explain yourself. Where are you guys?
We're in a sewer.
You're in a sewer.
Not just a sewer, the sewer.
That's incredibly helpful.
Look, we're gonna have to get our bearings. Just give us some time. I'll call you back.
Okay. Wait 1 second. Is the Sultan has the ability to work out where the transmission is coming from?
It has the capability to do so, but do you have the capability to do so?
Huh. Probably not.
So you can try.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
Can you no, I'm talking to Sunstorm.
Alright.
Obviously we're talking to each other right now, right? So the ship knows where you are. you're good with this stuff. What do I need to do to find out where you are using this cool? You can do that, right?
As far as you're aware, Sam, triangulation is possible.
Sudstorm's the one with the hacking ability and everything, right? He's the tech head.
I'm the pilot.
Yes, that's it. That's yeah. So you would know.
No.
Well, I mean, I would presume that you know, since you're a pilot.
I fly and tell people to do that kind of stuff.
I'm not very bright.
He yells into the comms.
This is why I pay people to do these kinds of things.
All right, if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. But how will I know where to find you?
Fair point. Just out of character. Is there any way to, assist in the triangulation?
Other than finding a reference point geographically, it would be difficult for either you or Timothy to pull this off, and it would still be difficult with Timothy getting any sort of idea from you on what to do, because as you said, you hired people to do this. You pretty much have a a baseline familiarity with the ship's comms.
Right.
No one's on the ship right now.
As far as you're aware, it's just you and Freeman.
Okay, we're gonna have to work this out later. I'm gonna get the items that you requested, and I will land where you landed. That's the best I can do for now, and I will see about borrowing one of the ship's like walkie-talkie type compad things, so I can so you can contact me.
Got it. Just stay at the bottom of the elevator. We'll work our way to you.
Okay, got it. I'll tell Freeman.
And I hang out.
What were the items you wanted? I didn't catch that, but they sounded kind of funny.
A floater rook and a casket-sized cargo pod.
Okay.
To be
Interesting.
as a soldier, I would have probably spent a lot of time doing mundane shit like moving cargo around or moving crates of things around like ammunition and stuff. So it would be fine for me to just find a cargo moving thing and a pod and move it around.
Yeah, they're on the ship.
If not, I could just carry it with my immense strength.
That's true. Assuming that it's a material that you can lift. But, anyways. Teddy looks at you, Sam. So what's the plan? Sounds like you got something.
We need to avoid the cops. They might not have seen Moraes and I, but they definitely got a good look at Dash's face. We need to get him out here without him being seen.
What if they think he's dead?
I don't know that.
Fair enough. So how are we gonna get back to the elevator?
These sewers have got to lead somewhere.
Good old sewers. Alright, Timothy.
That's
You
me.
find your way to the cargo bay. It's pretty easy to find various cargo rucks. You look around for a casket. What was it? Casket-size cargo pod or something?
Yeah.
So you look around. There's various metal crates, metal boxes, metal cages, etc., etc. You find one that can roughly fit a human. Maybe if
Excellent.
they were a little short, that's okay, but yeah, they could fit one. It's a nice solid metal. Appears to be some kind of iron alloy.
Okay, so I put that on the on a cargo loading thing.
Yeah, just think of it like a hand cart that hovers. That's all. Nothing special. So you load it on. You watch it. It lowers in height slightly in response to the added weight, and then quickly regains its position about a foot off the ground. You start making your way to the cargo bay hatch. You open it up, and you are let out into the main area of the landing dock. Walk outside. There are various holes in the wall that look. They're square holes in the wall, and they're exposing various wires and pipes and whatnot. They're small holes, but they look like something used to belong there, and they might have been ripped out at one point. Some ripped, others maybe taken down with a little bit more care.
Okay, I gotta park the cargo loader and go and get Freeman and talk to him about getting a compad as well.
All right. Since I don't know Commando's character too well, I'm just going to say you do that, and he agrees. As for going into or hearing that the rest of the guys are in a sewer, he just kind of gives you a sour face.
I get the feeling that your services are going to be required for some reason. Just a feeling I got.
I have that feeling as well.
So, but don't worry, you're with me. I'm sure we can work something out if anything goes wrong.
All right. Start making your way to the space elevator. So, Morius and Sam stand there with a unconscious Dash over Teddy's shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And you have two directions to go. Or you could try going back up.
Nah. Well. Nah. So.
I'm going to go just start moving in the direction opposite of where Teddy came down from. And,
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, Teddy came down behind us.
I'll give you
It's like
guys
you
the
could-
map
yeah.
for reference.
Yeah.
just heading north from the map.
Yep. So Teddy took the manhole that was
Mhm.
furthest to the south. So you guys would be
We
heading
were
north.
originally going this way,
Yep.
so we could keep moving that way.
All right. You guys start heading north, whether or not you know it's actually north or not. Well, I suppose your compads would tell you. So you start heading north. It's dark. You're tripping over things here and there, but for the most part, these sewers are relatively clean. The water runoff that these sewers must pick up might come from the various acid rain showers that occur. You do kind of feel that there's like a slight stinging sensation on any wounds you have if you happen to be wet. So the volcanic activity on this planet definitely adds an acidic quality to the rain. Nothing too bad, just kind of stings. So as you walk along, you eventually come to a door on your left.
Okay. The door, is it locked?
You go to investigate the door, and from what you can tell, it has no handles.
Does it look like a push door or something? Or just like a door-sized plate type of things?
It is a door-sized plate.
Oh. I put my ear to it. Do I hear anything on the other side?
It sounds like soft machine sounds. As if maybe they're a little distance away.
Something machinery room of some sorts.
Further down the sewer tunnel that you're in, it continues to be dark, and as far as you can tell, there's just the same tunnel.
How much light would I be able to get off the comm pad?
Think of it like an exceptionally bright cell phone.
Okay. Well, it is fairly dark, so there would be, some.
Yeah, it's pretty useful in this. It's not near pitch black because you do have some spots where you get lights from the streets above, but that's dim at best.
Right.
And it doesn't diffuse well into the rest of the tunnel.
Have we passed the door-sized plate?
You're still standing next to it.
I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on it.
I'm gonna stand right behind him, gun raised.
You start pushing against the door, and you can feel the door give, but then it stops. It does not appear to be a door that pushes open.
Can I sort of push it to the side a little?
It does give slightly more when you do that. You hear some kind of maybe like internal mechanism. Maybe catching on something.
Can I push it inward again?
Give it another push. Give me a strength exertion check.
Can I assist him with it?
You'd have to put your gun down.
Yeah.
Alright. So...
I mean, like in my hand or something, just like...
What's your... Here, Sunstorm, you get a... Well, you get a modifier of +1. Or Morius's strength modifier.
Now I'm only at -1.
Aha!
You're -2? Oh, 0.
Is that right? No, something's...
No, what?
Something's messed up there. You got
4 + 5 - 1 + 1 - 1.
Oh, when you do the modifier, don't put in the plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Plus,
No,
plus
that,
1.
yeah, that's a common thing. So you rolled a 10. 10 total. So you're able to push the door open in that sideways direction, and it cracks open about 1 inch. And the machine sounds that you heard earlier, Velik, they're now a little bit more apparent coming through this small crack.
Can I discern what kind of machinery we're dealing with?
Heavy. Pretty much it.
Heavy machinery.
Yep. Sam, after you push open the door, you look through, and there's some very soft orange light, and it looks to be a staircase going down.
Well, that's ominous. Is there any more leeway on the door itself?
It appears that the door itself might be stuck on something.
Can we say if anything's blocking the door? From our side? Or is
No.
it just...
You can check to see if you can try to unhinge the door on whatever it's stuck on. Are one of you proficient in fix at all?
I am... I have a 0 in fix.
Yeah, that's something.
So fix...
Give me a fix intelligence check, Morius.
Fix intelligence.
So, you're not terribly familiar with sliding doors because it's not a gun, but you are, in general, familiar with sliding things because of sliding receivers.
Yeah.
So, there's likely something
That's a stretch.
along the top or the bottom of the sliding door that's causing this jam. Based off of the way that it's sort of like when you try to open a door and you get an idea of where an obstruction might be,
Mm-hmm.
just based on what part of the door gives and where the source of the shock comes from. Dash, you're starting to regain consciousness. Everything is very fuzzy right now. Also, the smell of burning flesh. Burnt flesh. It permeates you.
Who's cooking a dog? Sorry.
Teddy turns around and goes, huh? Oh. What'd you mumble? And he,
Said, who's cooking dog?
oh, you're the cook, bitch.
Attaboy, Teddy.
At the moment, Dash, you have no recollection of what happened other than just everything fucking hurts. You have 1 hit point. You are half as good as Morius.
Hooray, Alpha Ray.
So, upon hearing that you're regaining consciousness, Teddy puts you down on the ground. You're still a little weak, and standing isn't really quite an option right now. But as your vision clears, you see Teddy more clearly, and you see 2 figures look to be trying to figure out what's wrong with the door.
Have you guys tried pulling the door?
It's a sliding door. Doesn't exactly pull.
I don't know these things. I was unconscious.
Is there enough?
Go ahead.
Is there enough room for me to get my arm inside, like back behind it?
Looking at my arm for reference. You can slide your wrist through, but not really your forearm.
Alright.
So you feel around and don't seem to notice anything holding the door from that position, but you do feel some bumps.
Still a sort of metallic texture.
Let's go with a more plasticky texture.
Hmm.
Something hard, but you don't think it's metal. Doesn't have the same cool touch as metal.
I turned to Morius. Here, I think we can probably force this open.
You can try.
Alright, you gonna give it a shot?
Yep.
Who's gonna do most of the pushing?
That would be me, probably.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you have any bonus to strength or exertion?
I have a... No.
I do not.
Alright. How would you assist Morius knowing that you're noodle armed?
I would keep an eye out for just anything in particular that could help during the process. Look for any areas that would look to be, budging more than others. Certain areas that would be holding up the process, etc., etc.
Okay. So, Morius, go ahead and give me a strength exertion check.
No modifier?
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the modifier. Unfortunately, no. Sam doesn't look like he has much that could help there.
Wow.
Give you a rousing leadership speech, but that's about it.
One. One.
I mean, that was sort of what I was going for, but assisting at the same time.
So Morius, you continue to push at it. It does give about another inch, but it just comes to a stop right there. You're able to get you can, my own arm for reference, you can reach a little further inside, but because you can't bend your arm, only your wrist around the door, you can still only feel the same bumpiness that Sam felt on the other side of the door. Here's
Can't
the
really
two
make out
bumps.
what it is, right?
Give me a notice wisdom check.
Oh.
They feel like buttons.
Hmm. How many of them are there?
Feels like 2.
One to open, one to close. Hmm. Is there like one on top of another?
Yes, they are vertical.
Okay. I'm gonna press just with like the tip of my finger and ready to retract my hand if the door closes. I'm gonna press the topmost one.
Roll a 1d2.
Ooh. 1D. Can you even do that?
Slash roll space 1d2. Or d2. Give me an evasion saving throw.
Wow. Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, you're able to quickly pull your hand out before the door slams shut. You think it would have hurt, but at least it wouldn't have taken your hand. But the door does close. Yeah, and that was the top button you said?
Yep.
Alright. Sam, you just watch him yank his hand out before the door slides shut.
You want to try again?
Yeah, but this time, Teddy, come here.
Teddy goes from poking
holes.
Dash and keeping him poking his holes. Comes over. What do you want me to do?
Try to slide open this door a bit.
Are you two going to slide the door open?
Well, I'm gonna assist him, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna work on it together.
Alright. Go ahead and give me another strength exertion check, but +1. Don't add the plus. Alright, so you're able to get the door open back to its original 2-inch position that you had it before it slammed shut.
This time we can feel the buttons and press the bottom one, but still stay on guard if the door just decides to troll me again.
Well, no evasion saving throw. Instead, it's luck. You hear the door's motors start whirring. The door is having a very difficult time moving forward, but it is able to move the bottom portion just enough for a person to fit through. You would have to duck, though. When the door reaches that slanted position, you can hear the motors start balking, and one of them sounds like it might be giving out. The smell of just... If I said the smell of industry is coming out of this door, would you know what I mean?
Like machinery, oil, and
Oil,
stuff like that. Yeah.
metal, yes. Smell of like sparks and stuff. So that's just emanating from this hallway.
But now that we have a better view, we have a better view inside.
So yeah, it's a staircase going down, and then it makes a right turn, and that's where a lot of the orange light is coming from.
So Sam, care to do us the honors?
Might as well. I'm gonna head down the staircase. Keep my pistol drawn.
Sam's gonna go first. I'm gonna go second. Dash. Right. There you go. Get Dash. Make him go third, and then you take the rear.
All right. Walking corpse going.
Yep.
Timothy. If you haven't fallen asleep.
That's me.
Hello. So you get to the space elevator, and you notice that there's about 10 other people from inside the spaceport that are waiting for the elevator to return. They're just various people, all sorts of shapes, sizes, colors, clothing colors, you name it. Some of them have some pretty wacky designs. Others seem to be more contemporary and maybe reminiscent of your home world. So you have the cargo ruck in tow with you, and the space elevator is quite capable of holding it. It could easily hold like a heavy-duty hover truck based on the elevator shaft that you can see, the diameter of it. With Freeman in tow, he's just kind of quietly watching everything.
Right, suppose we better go down.
Yes, so there's a little display that says the elevator will be there in a couple minutes.
Perfect. We'll wait for it.
Alright, just gonna wait in silence.
For now, yeah.
The British pastime of queuing.
Yes. Yeah, I just... you don't understand how unbelievably difficult it is for me to talk to someone in a lift or on public transport of any kind.
That's like national sport, queuing. Alright, so you hang around holding on to the cargo ruck. The elevator comes on, and probably about 100 people are on it, just packed in like sardines. The doors open. Some display lights show up that say allow people to depart before entering onto the elevator. So it takes a good couple of minutes, and you see a lot of disheveled people, all carrying various personal belongings packed away in suitcases and luggages.
Do I cotton on that? Like from my experiences of charging into hostile situations, do I get the impression that these people are fleeing something?
You have reason to believe that these might be people, fleeing something.
I turn to Freeman and I say, well, that doesn't look good.
And Freeman just kind of shrugs.
I know a crowd of people trying to get out of Dodge when I see it.
Maybe they can't access their pornography on the internet, and they want to go to greener pastures.
Yeah, I very much doubt that. But anyway, we have a job to do, so let's go.
So you load onto the elevator. It is going to be, how long did I say it was? Like a half-hour descent or something like that?
Yeah.
So, for the purposes of keeping up with the rest of the group, you make it down fine. About a half hour passes. So, yeah, you're at the bottom of the space elevator. It was a very, as described in the last video that you watched, you're able to see through a clear tube looking out through the atmosphere. As you start getting closer to the planet itself, you can notice steam vents, volcanic ash clouds popping up from the tectonically active surface. As you go even further down, you start seeing the outskirts of the floating city. And then, of course, as you start getting closer to ground level, you see the massive buildings that inhabit this floating city.
Okay.
Yep. So, you're at the bottom. It's I guess the best way to describe the bottom of this space elevator is think of like a New York subway. Old tiles, but future tiles, space tiles, Various closed-circuit cameras are also dotted along the wall. You have no idea if they're active or not in any way. You also do see the same sort of holes along the side of the wall like you saw up in the spaceport above.
Okay. Well,
So,
this is where we're meant to be.
Freeman just kind of glances at you. Just here?
Well, that's what he said.
Just wait?
I guess so, but I can't work out why everyone is staring at my armor.
Oh.
Maybe it's because nobody's expecting a Dulabian invasion anytime soon.
That is true. I
You are
suppose we.
getting some. You are getting some stares. Nobody. Let's say everybody's giving you a bit of a wide berth.
Well, this is nothing unusual for me, to be fair.
That's true. Just remember that the right to swing your fists ends right before the person's face.
Don't worry, I'm unarmed.
You unequipped your fists. Stowed away. Got stumps. Bloody stumps.
Well, this is gonna be boring, but it's not like waiting around is something that I'm not used to. However, let's see if we can find out what's going on with those idiots. So, where's that compad that we got?
Freeman pulls it out and hands it to you.
Right, let's call this Muppet.
Who are you calling? Which Muppet?
The same one that I called last time. That's what I'm
Alright.
inferring.
You find that Samuel Knight sounds kind of familiar, so you go ahead and call it. Sam, as you're walking down the stairs, you hear your pocket vibrating and feel it too.
Brr, brr.
Can I see anything? Like, is there, like, anyone in the next room?
So you take a turn around the corner with your pocket vibrating like crazy, with a very impatient man on the other side, not letting it go to voicemail. About 10 more steps down, and you find yourself on a catwalk overlooking an enormous chasm, just filled with indistinguishable vats, machinery, cranes overhead carrying massive amounts of molten liquid. Just this massive industrial megaplex underneath the city and sewers.
Now I'm going to answer it.
Okay, we're here.
Alright, just hold on. We're making our way toward you. I think we're on a foundry.
A foundry.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of machines, and I think those are casts.
Well, I'm going to tell you straight up that I don't know anything about this planet or why you guys came down here. I've got your stupid cargo pod, and I'm going to sit here on my arse until you give me some clarity as to exactly where you are, and I cut the call.
Alright. At least he's not running up your data plan.
I turn to Freeman and I'm just like, these idiots.
Freeman shrugs and goes to find a vending machine. Unlike you, he isn't obligated to stay at the elevator. So while you're sitting there, Timothy, a man in a suit walks up to you. The suit is black colored. The tie he's wearing is an extremely wide, dual, almost like gaudy, vibrant colors. Like a kind of like a dingy pastel yellow and a dingy pastel green. Diagonal stripes going across, and he's not wearing a hat or anything. He's got some fairly pale skin and very well kept hair, kept short, parted down the middle. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
We've gotten some reports from some concerned citizenry about your armor.
Oh, my old military uniform. Yeah, what about it?
Well, we're not expecting any Dulabi regulars to be on the planet. In fact, it's a violation of several peace treaties that we've brokered with them. Who is your commanding officer?
I'll give the name of the intelligence officer who knows the situation.
That would be Commander Jones. Like, you give first name and stuff that I'm not going to come up with on the spot.
I would say, like, I didn't realize that. I'm actually just on leave at the moment, and I have no plans to actually go anywhere from here. I'm just here to meet up with some people. You can check. I have no weapons on me whatsoever. I'm completely unarmed. So I hope that there won't be any problems.
I'm not going to make a scene here, for certain reasons. I have no reason to disbelieve you. We have run scans on you and your cargo on the ship that you came in on. Everything appears to be in relative order. But what brings you here?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for my friends. I fell off of a very high ladder, just due to my own stupidity, really, and I was knocked out for quite a period of time. So they told me to meet them here. So I'm just waiting for them.
I see. Do you happen to know why they are on the planet?
Nope. I was in a coma for 6 days. It was a pretty bad fall.
I see, okay. If you do not mind, you're going to be coming with me.
Why?
Because your friends are in a bit of trouble.
How are they now?
Yes, and I would be pleased if you do not cause any trouble yourself.
Okay, and who do you represent exactly?
The interests of the armed guards that will be approaching here very soon.
Okay, well I haven't done anything wrong, so I'll go with you for now.
I fully believe you, surprisingly, sir.
Yeah, well, as I said, I'm just on shore leave, and I honestly I don't know what's going on, so I will come with you for now.
If you follow me to the south exit, there will be a car waiting for us, and we will take it. The guards will stay here in plain clothes, waiting for your friends.
Okay.
So he starts walking and invites you to follow him. You kind of look over in the distance, and you see two men talking to Freeman, and they're kind of just pointing at him to stay by the cart. And the people he's talking to, they look like kind of beefy dudes, and they're wearing plain clothes, similar to the sort of business attire that this man talked to you. So you're led to a hover car among the south entrance. He lets you in. The seats in the back face each other, sort of like a limousine. So he lets you into the car first. You duck your ridiculously tall head in and sit down more closer. Which side do you sit? The side closest to the driver, or
behind the driver?
Okay, so you sit directly behind the driver. The man gets in behind you and takes a seat opposite of you, closes the door, presses a button on the side, and the car starts moving.
So
you weren't able to see in through the windows from the outside, but you can clearly see everything outside of the car.
So you want to tell me what this is about?
I represent certain government interests in the area, and we've been dealing with certain issues that I'll let other people discuss, but otherwise we are interested in your friends that happen to be out. One of them happened to fire on a local police force.
Okay, well I can't tell you anything I don't know, and I don't know a whole lot right now.
Do you happen to know anything of their location?
Nope. I think you'll find that I have been anesthetized for a long time. As I said, I was knocked out, and I don't know anything.
I see. We will be going to government headquarters here in Drewport. You will be treated to any sort of medical care that you may need based on your fall. He looks at your arm, all bandaged up. That must have been some fall, I suppose.
Yeah, it's funny. It's I was telling him to clean up the construction girders, and I just fell off the ladder, and a steel rod went straight through my shoulder.
I see.
Yeah, it's hazards of cargo bays.
Alright, so you will continue your adventures with the albino businessman. So Moria, Stash, and Sam are all looking out in one way or another over this foundry. Dash, your senses are slowly coming to.
Here I was thinking I was fading in and out of consciousness.
You're getting better. Still only have 1 hit point, though. Those Lazarus patches are sure fucking something.
Yeah, but they don't patch gigantic gaping bullet holes.
No, they really don't. Healing is not easy in this game. It takes time. You can't just pull arrows out of you like you do in D&D.
Nah.
Acid breath out of a dragon, just pop a potion, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, right?
Just rub a little tussin on it and you'll be fine.
So
Let's say you're able to stay awake, but it's difficult to focus your eyes.
Very hungover.
Yeah, think of that.
Huh.
Without
I
any
don't
of
know,
the
I
fun.
haven't. Only ever had one in my life.
Alright,
You
so
don't
this-
have any raw eggs to compensate.
Fucking gross. Also, that would kill me. Alright, so yeah, you guys are on a catwalk that's very, let's say about maybe 100 feet above what you think is some kind of flooring beneath you. As far as you can tell, you don't see any activity other than maybe what you guess are automated cranes and other processing, say like conveyor belts and stuff, various things that ship processed materials from one section to another to continue the processing. It's very much a metallic smelling area, and Sam, you are right. This does appear to be a foundry of some kind.
Just at a glance, can I get an idea of what's being made?
You can tell from some of the, what are they? They're not casting basins, but crucibles. You can tell from some of the crucibles being poured out that it is likely some kind of molten metal. This planet is known for its mining, but as to what element or compound it might be, you have no idea.
Is there anyone around in this foundry thing?
Yeah, notice wisdom check.
Notice wisdom.
You don't immediately see anybody. You do notice that there are, like, you know, this catwalk is clearly accessible by people. There are signs all over the place, you know. You can't read the ones that are on the ground floor, but you notice, like, various warning labels and stuff. There is a ladder from this catwalk that goes all the way down. And the catwalk also continues along, and there does appear to be some kind of substation up ahead. So it looks like people come through here, but you just don't notice any.
Other than the ladder down and substation forward, are there any other obvious pathways up?
No.
Then I'm just going to continue on to the substation.
Alright. I assume nobody's going to take the ladder down, especially with Dash.
No, definitely not.
Alright. So the four of you walk over to the substation. The windows they appear to be mirrored on one side. Maybe sort of like one-way windows. You are on the level where part of the building juts out as if it's to overlook the entire operation. looking through the distance, you do see other similar structures, other substations, essentially, overlooking other parts of this massive foundry. And there's a door. I get to pull up a table. The door does have a handle as well.
Yay! As usual, is the door locked?
No, the door is not locked.
I'm gonna slowly open it, try to get a peek.
Give me a sneak dexterity check.
Ooh. Sneak dex. E.
Roll something. Not a recognized command. Fuck off. Alright. So you start opening the door, but it gives off a very light creak. While you're peering through, you do notice somebody sitting at a terminal. There are many chairs lining many terminals, but only one person is sitting at one of these terminals, and it's in front of a window facing out towards the foundry. Notice the person stop and look up.
I'm just. I mean, my gun is stowed at this point. I'm gonna just slowly raise my hand. Like I don't mean any harm.
He doesn't see you yet, he just looks up like he heard something.
Wait, is he facing towards me or?
No, he's facing away.
Okay.
You're more towards the back of the building.
Okay, so I'm looking at his back right now.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Some frickin' table. I don't need name generators.
I'm gonna whisper to Sam. There's someone a couple feet in front. Doesn't see us, but he's noticed something. Probably us.
So you're to the back against his left, and he looks over to the right.
I'm gonna slowly close the door, but not engage it completely.
You're gonna. I'm sorry. What you're gonna do? What with the door?
I mean, there's a handle. I don't know how it's called. The thing inside the door. I'm just like gonna close it, but not let that piece inside the door engage, so it doesn't click. Just like motion it closed.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name. Bolt comes to mind, but I don't think that's right. So.
But you know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just keep it closed. But, eh.
Give me another sneak dexterity check.
Oh. Hey, that's better.
Alright, you're able to close it silently. But now you also have no view on him.
Mm-hmm. In the small amount of time I had to see, I saw him. Don't assume he looks familiar, but what did he look like?
He was wearing some kind of hard hat. It was an interesting design though. It was think of like let's say a Nazi helmet for like a German Wehrmacht soldier helmet.
Okay.
With the back part that covers the neck was a little further down, and it flays out a little bit more around the shoulders. The top part had various ridges, and he was wearing some kind of jumpsuit that was orange in color.
Probably factory worker, since we are in, well, a foundry.
Yep.
Or some sort. Quietly say to Sam and the others, just got someone in front of a computer. Look like a factory worker. I think he's alone. Doesn't seem to have noticed us. But I'd be extra sneaky.
Is there any... Like, this is the door to the substation itself. There's no other path around.
There's a catwalk that goes around the back. Not the
Yeah.
front, though. In front of the windows.
Right. I'm gonna motion toward the back and start heading around.
Alright. You start heading around, and Dash, you're able to kind of hold yourself up a little bit, but Teddy helps you. So for the most part, you have agency on where you want to go, and Teddy will lead you there. You know. So do you want to follow Sam, or do you want to stick around with Morius? And Morius, do you want to follow Sam or stick around the door?
For me, being as stationary as possible probably is the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm gonna stay here with Dash, Teddy, go with Sam.
Okay. So, Teddy follows behind you, Sam. Do you do anything else with the door, Morius?
Hello.
Morius?
Yeah.
Do you do anything else with the door?
No, I'm just gonna close it and stay here.
Okay. Sam, you continue along the back of the substation. How are you going along the back? Are you sneaking? Or are you just
Yeah.
kind of... Okay, so you're going to sneak along. Give me a sneak dexterity check. Alright, so you and Teddy are just kind of slowly making your way across the catwalk as quietly as possible. There's metal grating in certain parts, and you're able to see below you, and the grating itself makes a slight amount of noise. As you approach the corner towards the back of the substation, you hear a door open and then close.
Is Morius with us or behind us?
He's back at the other door.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a door I had since passed?
No.
Was it my door that opened?
No. Morius, you stare into the paint, and then you have the feeling of bonk go through your body. It is a door handle. It is metallic. But no, that didn't happen. So yes, it sounded like a door that opened somewhere in front of you, Sam.
Alright, I'm gonna motion for Teddy to go back.
Teddy turns around and kicks something, and you just hear soft metal banging. And just a nice shit behind you.
I'm just gonna head forward, I'm not even gonna sneak.
So you're gonna turn the corner?
Yeah.
Alright, you turn the corner and you see a man with a hard hat, gray in color, with most of it is he's looking right at you, and part of it is covering the sides of his cheeks, and there appears to be some sort of maybe heads-up display over his left eye. So this actually looks more like an actual helmet than a safety helmet, and he's wearing an orange jumpsuit, and he's looking right at you. Why are you sneaking around here?
It's a very complicated thing. It can surely be explained. It's just not going to happen today or ever. And I draw.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
What are you doing?
Are you gonna shoot?
No, I'm just gonna tell him. Just take off the helmet. Drop any drop a compad, drop just anything on you that can radio, and just go stand in the corner.
Give me a hawk charisma.
So it's war then.
All right, his eyes go wide. He very slowly raises up his hands, puts them to the sides of his helmet, just puts it out in front of him and drops it. Keeps his hands in the air. I don't have any communication on me. That's all inside the substation. I came out here because I thought I heard some noises.
It's all right. Just go stand in the corner, wait like half an hour, and then go back to the substation.
The corner over here on the catwalk.
Yeah, just stay there.
Half an hour.
Yep.
Right, my watch is on my wrist. Don't shoot me for looking at my watch.
I won't. I just want you to stay where you are.
All right. My boss is gonna have a hell of a time with this one.
Don't worry about it.
Are you one of them rebels or something?
No. But good to know those exist.
Are you gonna steal all the copper pipes out and sell them for some of that dino?
No. If anything, I'm gonna try and get Dino off of this planet.
Oh. Well, okay then, that's a new one. Well, if you happen to see Bobby along the way, tell him to get his ass to work. I've been here for the last 8 hours. I think he's high on the stuff.
Will do.
Alright, so he just kind of, he just walks over to the corner, he slowly puts his hands on the handrails and just watches over the corner. Doesn't move.
I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna peek out back behind the substation and motion for everybody to follow.
Alright, you do see Teddy on the other side. Teddy has eyes on both you and Morius. So Morius, you hear Teddy go, "Hey, Sam wants us to go. I think he's holding somebody up at gunpoint."
At least it didn't shoot him. Okay.
At least he ain't a cop, I guess.
I'm gonna support Dash and get moving.
Alright. Dash, you're being supported by Morius. You're able to focus in one eye. Everything's orange. A lot of soot everywhere. It smells like metal.
He wanted lemon lime.
You're not sure if it's that or a concussion.
At least it's not burnt toast.
That's true. And you can move your left arm. So, double great. Alright, Timothy.
That's me.
So you're sitting close to the driver's side of this, what must be maybe a government car of some sort that's for bringing people back and forth. Hold on. Okay. Reading a message. Alright. So, as you're driving along, I don't know if you talk to this guy at all, or if you just keep the conversation rather quiet. It is not public transportation. So at least you got that going for you.
So, are you going to tell me what this is about?
Certain people of interest are interested in... Well, as an aside, I hate that. I always use the same word, like, within 2 words of each other. But anyways, certain people of interest in the government want to know what you and your friends are doing on this planet. I cannot say much more than that. Other than, let's say we've been having some trouble with quite a few off-worlders.
Right, but I already told you that I don't know anything.
It's not my decision to decide whether or not you do indeed know anything or not. Consider me just a messenger. Or a gatherer. Whatever you prefer.
Okay.
As you look out the window, you're traveling along some kind of it's a pretty expansive yet strangely empty freeway. Looks like it has maybe about 3 lanes worth of traffic. Typically with maybe very limited AI hover cars, this would be a very busy freeway, but everybody moving at maybe close to like 200, 300 kilometers per hour as they sped along. But again, this is a very empty freeway, and you enter into a very large tunnel. Since you weren't facing the front of the car, you weren't able to see what the tunnel is going into, whether it's a building or any sort of geological structure. Likely a building, because it's a floating city. But yeah, you enter into a tunnel. It's dimly lit for the most part, just with various fluorescent lights along the side emitting a very light blue color. About another 5 minutes of driving, and the car comes to a stop. We are here. Also, I do greatly apologize. We've been in such a haste. I forgot to ask, what is your name?
It's Timothy.
Mr. Timothy. I do greatly apologize for us stealing you from your mission of sitting on that cargo trolley, waiting for your friends. These armed guards here will take you to your destination in this compound. The door opens and there's a couple men standing. They have rifles on their shoulders.
Okay, we'll go with them.
Alright. So they lead you out. They're flanking your sides. One is more behind you, one is more in front of you. The one in front is leading the way. So this carport is just it's just basically like this dock next to the freeway. This empty, just nothing on it freeway that could probably hold thousands of cars. So the soldier in front swipes the door with the back of his hand, and the door automatically opens. You hear a small robotic voice saying that there are 3 life forms present. One of them is currently registered. Sorry, 2 of them are currently registered, 1 unregistered. The soldier just mutters, "Guest," and you hear some just small whirring and clicking behind one of the walls. Alright, come along. Rather keep it in silence if you don't mind.
Lead the way.
So you're taken into a very well-lit hallway. It's about 50 feet long. It's just white lights are pounding you from above. White walls. The floor must have like white neon lights along the corners. Just a lot of white light for some strange reason. I don't know if you've seen any of like the Resident Evil movies, like the really shitty ones.
Yes.
Yeah, think of that, you know.
The really shitty one.
Like the one with all the laser beams. I think that one was like pure white.
Yeah.
Just turned the
pretty
guy into
bad.
a bunch of dice cubes. So, anyways, you're taking down this hallway. There's another door that the second soldier comes forward and swipes the back of his palm against some sort of receiver. It's just a small, very small green square on the wall, and the door opens. And on the inside, as you step in, is just this beautifully ornate 19th century inspired hall. It has paintings all along the wall of people you've never seen before in these stupid, strange outfits. You see wooden tables expertly crafted. They appear to be handcrafted. The smell of food is in the air, just, you know, roasted meats, and what appears to be a butler comes up. "Is this our guest for the evening, sir?" The soldier in front goes, "Yeah, that's him." "Excellent. Take him to room 3A, please." The butler is not wearing a tuxedo like you would imagine a 21st or 20th century butler would today. It appears to be some kind of regal outfit that kind of mimic some of the styles that you saw in the spaceport, but the colors are much more vibrant. The shapes are much more discrete. You know, the squares are more square, the circles are rounder, etc. And the soldiers, which are just clad in a sort of like off gray with black accent markings. They take you to just they take you to essentially a sitting parlor, but apparently it's room 3A. All right, says the one in the front. Sit down and just wait. All right.
All right.
Cause any trouble, we'll, I don't know, turn the carpet red or something. Beats me. And they just leave the room, both of them. There is a platter in front of you with food. Looks like an hors d'oeuvre platter.
Yeah, I ain't touching that.
Alright. So you wait about 10 minutes and you start hearing some maybe like hushed talking further down in the room that you came from. A man in a business suit, not unlike the person that picked you up in the car, enters the room with the butler behind him. The butler just says, "Is there anything else for you, sir?" And no. Go ahead and continue whatever you were doing. I have business to attend to here. I don't want to be disturbed. Excellent, sir. And the butler walks away. The man holds out his hand. I'm deeply sorry. The name generator, because I think ahead. I don't want a fantasy name generator, that'd be dumb.
Call him Morris. Suits someone who lives in such a gaudy place.
Hello, I am Governor Fraser. I am governor of this city of Drewport, and he extends out his hand.
Alright, shake his hand with the idea not to break it.
Some restraint. Excellent. So, you shake hands. And your name, sir?
It's Timothy.
Timothy. Excellent. And he takes a seat next to you. He's not sitting across from you, he's sitting diagonal. And he points towards the hors d'oeuvre platter, and he grabs one for himself and stuffs something that looks like cheese, you guess, into his mouth. Chews it vigorously, swallows it down quickly. But yes, please help yourself. So it appears my agent wasn't really able to get much out of you, and you say that you fell? You suffered some sort of amnesia, but you were at least knocked out while you were on board of the Sultan, ship that most recently entered our spaceport?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, you see, Timothy, I'm gonna let you in on something here. We've been having an incredibly difficult time with off-worlders. We've been very much a heavy trading system here on Anupama. You know this as Hession 6, likely. I also see that you're wearing the armor of the Dulabi military. Enlighten me. And you don't sense any sarcasm out of him. You sense more of like actual like inquisitiveness. You know. Please enlighten me. What is a member of the Dulabi military doing on our planet?
I'm on shore leave at the moment.
And you didn't take your armor off?
No, it's a long story.
Okay. We've gotten some reports that there's a bit of trouble on Dulabi.
There is, yes.
Okay. Anyways, and he just kind of changes the subject. Back to the issues here on Anupama. Yes, the off-worlders. So, we are a trading world, and we're not. we aren't unaccustomed to people from all over the sector coming. Some of these systems I can barely pronounce, and I don't even know where they are. How these spike drive runners find their way anywhere is just beyond me. But the same off-worlders that have brought us trade goods from afar have also taken a lot of things from us. And it's really affecting the planet below us.
I don't, I don't see how I fit into this.
Well, that's why I brought you here. You're one of the few people, other than that, I believe Dr. Freeman, Dr. Gordon Freeman, he insists on that he's a doctor, that neither of you seem to have any information as to why your ship is here. Are you the captain?
No.
Do you know who the captain is?
No.
No?
I was, as I've said many times, I was knocked out for a considerable period of time, and it involved an accident in the cargo bay of the previous of the Dulabi spaceport.
So you're a Dulabi serviceman.
That's correct.
You were knocked out in the cargo bay of the spaceport on Dulabi,
That's correct.
and you ended up in this ship.
That's correct.
Is this unintentional kidnapping? I thought you were on shore leave. In your armor.
No, you see, I was on shore leave before I got knocked out. Now I'm here, and I don't know what's going on.
In your armor in the spaceport cargo bay of Dulabi 7.
There isn't really anywhere to go, if I'm honest with you.
He pulls out a cigar, puts it in his mouth, and just takes a nice long drag, leans back and crosses his legs. I'm not an idiot, Mr. Timothy. None of that makes any sense.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think you honestly expect me to believe that an unintentional kidnapping of a Dulabian serviceman in a cargo bay of a spaceport.
Oh, no, you see... Sorry, you misunderstand me. I was meant to be getting on the ship. It was, meant to be going to a tourist destination.
And how do you know this, but not the captain of the ship?
I just had a ticket issued to me by the Dulabi military to get on this ship and go for a period of shore leave, and then the ship was due to go back after a period of time.
So you were knocked out in the cargo bay, meant to be on this ship, and then return. Are you to be returned knocked out as well? And he kind of gives a little chortle.
Yeah, I hope not. You see, look, I'm gonna be honest with you here. My shore leave is more of a case of a forced period of separation with the Dulabi military, and yeah. So I'm not sure whether I will be going back at any point. I'm not really sure how I got here, to be honest. But I did screw up, and the thing is, you know, you've heard the rumors about Dulabi. When you screw up, you tend to disappear. I'm just kind of glad I'm not dead.
He takes another long drag of his cigar, and he's staring at you intently. He keeps the smoke in his mouth for a significant amount of time before releasing it in a nice ring. Alright. I don't have any reason to disbelieve you. I suppose I should probably go play a lottery ticket now that I've actually met somebody that was disappeared by the Dulabi government.
Yeah, I honestly, I have no idea what's going on right now. And I figured, it was the logical step to find these friends of mine and find out what they know.
So you have absolutely no contact with them whatsoever?
Other than the doctor who seemed to give me some sort of massive dose of anesthetic to keep me knocked out, so I presume that he has something to do with my disappearance. No.
Governor nods. If you happen to know any whereabouts of your friends, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to kill them or anything. I just want to ask questions.
You and me both. I want to ask some questions too.
If you have any idea of their whereabouts, please
Nope.
feel free to share them.
If I knew where they were, I wouldn't have been waiting by the cargo elevator to try and intercept them.
Yes, we have men waiting there now. But this is in the best interest of the planet as a whole.
Yeah.
Despite maybe what most of the citizens are saying. Right, I will leave you with these hors d'oeuvres. I have some meetings to attend. Please call the butler Gerard if you need anything. But for now, you are going to stay in our custody. My custody, specifically.
Is that necessary?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
I guess I'll be waiting here then.
Alright. Sam, Morius, and I don't know if Mag's back yet. Yeah, she may or may not be slipping in and out of consciousness again. So, Morius and Sam.
Yeah.
You guys are looking at the backside of this worker with his helmet off. The helmet's at your feet, and he's just looking over the side of the railing, looking down at the foundry. You can tell he's kind of shaking a little.
Just come on, we don't need to stay here.
Quick pat on the back and I say, you're gonna be fine. Just say what you've been told. Just do what you've been told.
I hope so. This place is just getting more dangerous every day, and I've seen a man get boiled alive in that lava down there.
Well, as long as you don't jump, you should be fine.
I think I should take my wife's advice and get a ticket off world. Fuck this.
Right. Right, I'm gonna get moving.
So where do you guys go?
Somewhere. That is not where we are currently.
So,
Actually, before we leave him, I'm gonna ask, well, what's the quickest way to the surface?
surface.
We're not on the surface. Right, no.
You're on
Yeah.
like one of the top levels of this massive foundry.
Yeah, but the foundry, the building, the whole thing itself is not directly on the surface. Like, it's some sort of floating city, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, no, we're not going to the surface.
So by your estimation, you are somewhere in the middle of the floating city.
Mm-hmm.
What I meant was street level.
Yeah, like topside.
Yeah.
Probably just spaceport of something.
There's a this is just a substation. The main station is about a kilometer over yonder, and yeah, there's a lift that goes back up to the surface. Did you come in through the catwalk? Because the only other way up here is either the ladder or the lift in the substation itself.
Let's go with the ladder.
No, we came
Oh.
down through the lift. Right. Yes.
The ladder, of course. Oh, then I'm just blind as a bat, I suppose.
Don't worry about it. Let's keep moving.
Alright, so where do you go?
I'm gonna head toward the lift.
Alright, so you head inside of the substation. Like what Moria saw before, there's various terminals just lining the sides. Tons of readouts just all along, and many seats as well. But again, there was only this one man in the substation.
Wait, hold dash for a second. I'm just gonna go take a quick peek at whatever that worker was doing at the computer or the terminal.
So you take a look at the terminal that he was setting at. The display appears to be... Yeah, feels real quick. Give me a no intelligence check.
Oh, intelligent. Tell me, what do I know? Nothing, apparently.
The letters and symbols and what appears to be general math doesn't really make much sense to you on the display. There are various buttons, levers, interfaces, you name it.
I need pictures.
Explain it to me with more crayons. You're not quite sure what he was looking at. If anything, it's probably just some general control panel to the foundry itself.
Alright.
So, I'm gonna continue on to the lift.
It's been confirmed I am now a Marine.
Yes.
Crayons.
Beep boop goes beep boop.
Yes.
It is filled with math. Math is hard. Only math I need is man plus bullet equals dead man.
I shoot gun very good. Make people more deader.
You ever seen anybody outsmart bullet? Alright, so you guys load onto the lift. And there's only two options on it. There is a ground level option and the top level option. So you go ahead and press the ground level option, and the lift, which is just essentially a metal cage and maybe some kind of pulley system, super high tech. It starts cranking along, and you start making this about, like, what did I say, 100-foot drop or something? So, a slow descent down the 100 feet towards the foundry floor itself. As you're going along, the air starts getting more metallic smelling. As far as you're aware, you're obviously not suffocating, so clearly there's some decent air filtration going on. But yeah, you have this smell of just molten slag and...
Out of precaution, I'm gonna put my Atmo filter on.
Alright, sounds good. So you're breathing clean air. So yeah, Sam, you're just in Dash if you happen to be there at all. You guys are just picking up, slag, ozone as well from various electrical arcs out in the open. A little bit of soot. Nothing too bad.
Aren't we heading to street level?
So this lift does not go to street level.
Okay.
It goes down, and the man told you that there was a main station. Actually, I don't remember if I continued that part, but basically, there's a main station where the employees come in,
Alright.
and that goes to street level. Alright. So you guys make it to the ground floor. The little metal cage of an elevator opens up, and you start walking. There are signs that, because this is a huge just maze of everything, a lot of the signs point to various machine names that you have no idea what the symbols or the letters mean. But there's warnings all over the place. Some of them are for radioactivity. If you open a certain door, others are incredibly high voltage electricity, others are there is a universal symbol for plasma gas getting blasted in your face, and it's just a human face that's half a skull, and this part of the skull is disintegrating. All sorts of fun stuff. While you guys are walking along, you notice that you're now on another catwalk. It is. You still have a metal floor underneath the catwalk for about another 20 feet before it is just a straight drop down to the planetary surface. You are now at the bottom of the city.
Anyone around us?
No. It is just this clear hole all the way down, and you can see what appears to be a lot of volcanic activity going on underneath the city. Streams of lava, blackened rock, steam vents, volcanic vents, you name it. There are several docking bays that are hanging for what look like to be some sort of personnel vehicles. They might be some sort of short-range, heavy-duty personnel and cargo loaders, and they're covered in dirt, small rocks. Some of them still have some rocks in their cargo bays. Think of them like hover dump trucks, that's what I'm trying to say, with extended cabs. So, all of the docks are currently filled with these hover dump trucks, and various machinery are hanging above them, currently in stasis, that look like they're responsible for emptying these dump trucks and bringing them to various processing facilities. Also, it is incredibly loud. Can't forget that.
Can I see anything that looks like the main station from where we are?
No. A lot of the machines around you and various foundries are far too tall to see above them, but you are following the signs. There's a very prominent sign that keeps pointing towards a sort of main station.
Alright, then I'm going to just keep following the signs, try to stay out of sight of any workers that might show up.
So, as you're traveling along, the pathways that you're taking eventually become wider and wider, and some of them start having lines in the middle reminiscent of maybe some sort of roadways. But you don't see any sort of traffic whatsoever of maybe like utility vehicles or people. But along the way, you notice just at the entrance of an alleyway leading to another set of God knows what kind of machines is another orange jumpsuit. And he's just kind of sitting on the ground, slumped against a metal wall.
Does he look alive?
His head is slumped and looking down, and his hands are just resting on his thighs. His legs are straight, just facing out, his boots pointed up.
Well, can I make out of his breathing or not?
Give me a notice wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't tell. His orange jumpsuit is too baggy to notice that sort of detail.
You said the helmets have a sort of heads-up display, right?
Yes.
Can I tell if it's on?
Give me a notice wisdom.
Didn't we? No, you didn't take the first guy we met, right? Didn't take his.
No, we didn't take it.
It's been left on the catwalk. You notice a faint glowing on it. Faint green.
Okay. It's loud enough, he probably wouldn't hear us walking up, would he?
I'd say it's kind of unlikely.
Are there any pathways to the sides?
So he's sitting in the entrance to one of the pathways to the side, but he's in very clear view of the main pathway that you're taking.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep moving forward, and I'm gonna keep tabs on him if he moves.
Alright. Keep walking along. As you get to about sort of perpendicular to him, you notice his arm just kind of gives a convulsion, a twitch. Doesn't seem intentional.
Oh.
Give me another notice wisdom check, both of you.
I am still blind. Jesus Christ.
Nice twos. So Morius, you kind of just watch the guy, and you look over at Teddy. Teddy just kind of shrugs. Sam, you kind of think you can see his lips moving from the small slit in the front of his helmet. That's the style I was thinking of. It kind of looks like a gladiator helmet. That's what I was thinking of. Or like a Spartan helmet. Yeah. I think it's something like that. So yeah, you got like this T shape in the center where you can see the eyes and the mouth. One eye is covered with a heads-up display.
Does it look voluntary or is it twitching?
It seemed like a twitch.
Huh.
Or are you talking about his lips moving?
The lips. What I probably should clarify there. Does it look like he's like talking to himself or just spasms?
Looks like talking.
I'm gonna try and sneak up, see if I can hear anything from him.
Give me a sneak dexterity. Start creeping up towards him. He just slowly looks up at you, and you just see these bloodshot eyes. You can even tell through the heads-up display. Can't read what's on the heads-up display itself because it's obviously so tiny, just being focused into his cornea. But he's clearly looking at you. He goes, do you remember, James? Remember what it was like back on the top floor?
What was the name of that guy, the other worker we met?
You
was
didn't
talking-
ask him.
No, he said his name.
No, he talked about. He said if we met Bobby, tell him to go back to work. But his name, the dude we started at gunpoint, we didn't ask him anything about his name.
No, I wanted to know the guy you mentioned, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
So I'm gonna ask him, is your name Bobby?
How could you forget, James? This stuff's supposed to make you remember.
This guy's eye off his ass. We won't be of any help.
Just that top floor apartment. We could see everything. Oh, it was so great. And just worker shortage happened. He breaks his eye contact off of you. Everything really started getting kind of shaky again, huh? He just starts trailing off.
Hey, Bobby.
What is it, James? He looks in the opposite direction.
Do you have any more of that stuff on you?
He starts feeling his legs. You know, for stuff that makes you remember, I don't remember where I put my pockets.
Alright, just ease yourself off of it. And
Whatever, man.
come
Whatever.
find me when you're done.
Alright. I'll be right here. Remembering.
I'm just gonna motion for the rest to follow.
He's gonna keep moving then.
Yeah.
So you follow along, going towards the, keep following the signs, and eventually you do reach a I would say it looks like a almost like a support for the city above. A very large, tapered, cylindrical structure that tapers to the middle and then tapers out again towards the top. And there is a tunnel leading at the bottom that looks like it could fit about maybe like one of those hover dump trucks that you saw, one on each side, if they needed to fit through here. The tunnel goes down for about maybe like 100 meters, and there's some doors at the end. And there is a label on top of the tunnel, and it says that this is the main entry, like the main station. There we go. For Drewport Sector B.
Are there any of the hover dump trucks nearby, like just docked?
There are some empty ones parked to your left. They're in some what appear to be specially marked parking spots, and they're sitting on supports so they can disengage their hover engines.
Are we still next to Bobby?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to go up to one of those docked trucks and see if I can get inside.
All right. So there's 3 of them there. You check the first one, and the cab doors are locked. The second one, the cab doors are locked as well, but looking in through the safety glass windows, you notice that there is a small port on the top that is slightly cracked open. Kind of like a sunroof.
I'm gonna climb on top and see if I can just, move it open to get inside.
Alright, so you climb on top of it relatively easily. It's a very boxy truck, so this place is to get footholds. You check out the sort of sunroof looking thing, and it is indeed just, it slides open. Somebody must have left it open and thus unlocked. So I assume you lower yourself in?
Yep.
Alright, what are you going to do inside?
Figure out how to unlock it.
So the doors are pretty simple to unlock. Standard mechanical locks, nothing special. It's hard to change, 20th century technology if it works really well.
Right. Now the ignition system itself.
Yeah, so this one's a little tougher. There's no analog ignition system like ones that you would find on cars in our real world. There are several computer displays though.
Alright, so is there anything in particular that stands out as to where I should start?
Imagine it. No. Nothing really comes up.
Are there any obvious on buttons?
No. There are no buttons around the screens. There are a few on the steering wheel, but they are clearly labeled like various headlights, floodlights, etc. Nothing that would indicate starting the vehicle.
I'm gonna tap on one of the screens.
Alright, screen lights up.
Alright.
It is asking for biometric scan or input password and username. And it has a little note that password and username are for new hires only. Or those that have lost their biometric data. Whatever that means.
Alright. Is the doors are unlocked?
Yes, the doors are unlocked now.
I'm gonna go hop out and talk to Bobby again.
Okay. So, slight hike, but you make it back to Bobby. He's still just sitting there. He was chuckling to himself when you came back.
Hey, Bobby, I need a favor.
Bobby looks up at you with a tear-stained face. What is it, James?
You see, I had an unfortunate accident, and I lost my biometric data. Do you think you can unlock the truck for me?
Are we going to the planet again?
No, no, I just needed to just make a transport run. Just some running some parts up to the city.
Oh, okay, buddy, but I mean, your fiance is gonna be kind of mad. Big day after all, and he very slowly gets up, and it it sounds like unintentional like gasps of air coming out of him, like he's really struggling to do this.
I'm gonna help him to his feet.
All right, so you help him up. You get him up a little bit quicker. Ah, thanks, James. Yeah, your wife's gonna be mad. Doing here at work on your big day, anyways.
Oh, you know me. I'm a hard worker.
I know you, all right. Gives you like a playful sort of like punch on the jaw, not hard. All right, let's get you in that truck. Hope you're not getting married in the truck. That'd be weird. Can you imagine our supervisor doing something with that? Oh man. When he says supervisor, he has this weird twitch of an inflection.
I try not to think about it too much.
Yeah, that's good thinking. That's good thinking. Oh man. Oh man. He's just like tears keep streaming down his face, but yeah, so it's the slight trek back. Sometimes you need to help Bobby to his feet. And yeah, he appears to instinctively attempt to unlock the truck. And he goes, "Oh, some dunderhead left it unlocked." And he just gets inside. I don't know if you're going to climb in with him as well. Actually, no. He gets in the passenger side, and he swipes the back of his palm against the still lit screen. All right, that should do it. Don't get in any trouble with it, because it goes on my record.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, I trust you. Well, enjoy the honeymoon of the capital. I hear it's great this time of year.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
He steps out of the truck and then just immediately falls onto his butt and slumps against the support for the truck next to it. And yes, you are now in control of a hover dump truck.
Alright. I'm just gonna write. My combat doesn't have it like a note function, does it?
A note function?
Just to set a reminder.
Oh, like on your compad or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's basic stuff like that.
Alright, I'm just gonna scribble on. Remember to pay Bobby's pension. And then I'm gonna go get the rest.
Alright. So the rest of you guys just twiddling your thumbs, if your name doesn't rhyme with Smimothy. This hover dump truck pulls up, and there's a Sam driving it.
How many people could we fit in that cabin?
All of them!
It's quite spacious. You think maybe like 10 guys packed in, holding onto the handrails on the ceiling.
Okay, so yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not one of those like mega dump trucks that we see, but still pretty big.
I'd say normal dump truck sized, but it hovers.
Okay.
Alright. Timothy, in your time being alone, do you do anything?
Yeah. Is
Good.
the door locked?
The door was left open.
Excellent. I think I'll be leaving.
All right. You enter into the main hallway that not the main hallway, like sort of the main foyer that you entered. One with all the nice furniture and paintings everywhere.
I'm gonna go the way I came back out.
Give me a notice wisdom check. Yeah, it's weird, but you can't find it. You're quite certain that you're retracing your steps in, the correct fashion, but where you end up is just a wall and a painting.
Okay. I'm just gonna follow the wall around.
You follow the wall around. There are various other rooms. One of them has what appears to be a piano in it, and old-time books just lining the sides. It smells very nice. Another, you keep tracing along the wall, and it's just another room that had. It's the parlor room that you were in beforehand with the governor. You continue along, and what appears to be more of a kind of a plain bedroom. Just a bed in there, chair, dresser, etc. And you continue along from there, and it's just a window overlooking just a straight cliff drop and a few city buildings, maybe about the closest one about 100 feet from you.
So there's literally no way out of this area.
As far as you're aware, yeah. At least through your current senses.
Okay. I'm gonna repeat the process again. I'm gonna start tapping on the walls.
Alright, as you go along, tapping along the walls appear to be... They feel like wood. As far as you're aware, you haven't seen many trees around for your limited time on this planet. But yeah, you're knocking around, just sort of that not quite hollow wood sound around the entire periphery, and including in the 3 rooms that you passed by.
Alright, I'm gonna kick the wall.
Give me a punch strength check. And which wall are you going to be kicking? Sorry.
The wall in the room where I spoke to the governor.
Okay. Alright, you kick it with as much force as you can muster, and you leave a sizable hole in what appears to be plaster. Kind of dusty, crumbly sort of mess left behind. There was wallpaper on the wall as well. So you got this sort of torn paper looking hole in the wall.
There's no room behind the wall.
In that particular area? No.
Okay, we're gonna try another wall.
Alright, you don't have to keep rolling, because that would just be silly. So you punch and or kick, whatever you choose, various holes in the walls, sort of testing the area. There are certain spots that appear to have metal beams that you have the unfortunate happenstance of encountering, thankfully only with your feet. But it does kind of send a little bit of a shock through you as you kick it. So you notice that there are structural supports, but as far as you can tell, you can't kick through the walls yet. Roll me a do / roll 1d4. / roll space 1d4. Alright, one of them, when you kick, your foot gets a little stuck, and you pull back, and you notice that it is... The wall feels different in that particular spot. You're in the foyer, and you're in between two of the paintings.
Okay. Do I notice anything about the wall? That might be a way
wires.
out.
A couple wires that weren't evident anywhere else.
Can I strip the wires and spark them together?
What do you use to strip them?
My bare hands.
Gonna sit there and rub
Fingernails. I know. I'll smash one of the paintings and use the frame, the sharp edge of a frame.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, you're able to get just like a wooden shard, and yeah, you're able to strip away some of the synthetic coating around the wires, exposing the metal interior. Gonna put them together and short them?
Yep.
Alright. Give me an evasion saving throw. Alright. Try as carefully as possible to have these two wires connect and then very quickly pull away. Unfortunately, you do not. You misunderestimate how far they'll move, and they make contact and short out, and you get a nice electrical shock. You're going to take 1 point of damage. But you have shorted two wires.
Does anything happen?
Nothing that you can tell.
Alright, carry on brutalizing the wall.
You can if you want.
Yeah, let's carry on brutalizing the wall.
I keep punching that singular wall.
Yeah.
Alright. So, some time passes, I'd say 10 minutes of just you trying to, like, kick away, plaster, wood, whatever's in your way. You don't notice any more wires, and as far as you can tell, the material that's on the other side of these walls is significantly harder. Not impenetrable, as you're noticing, but you start, like, you're just basically kind of using the heel of your boot to dig into it. You hear somebody clear their throat on the other side of the foyer.
Turn around.
And it's the butler and one of the soldiers, and they're just kind of staring at you with crossed arms.
Hi.
Can you please not do that? Says the soldier.
Sure.
We are trying to be civil here. We know that keeping you against your will is probably contrary to that idea from your perspective. But do keep in mind that we are trying to get in contact with your friends and get you all together. He pulls up one of the chairs in the on one of the tables. I think I'm going to spend some time with you. Don't mind. The butler puts down just a pitcher of water.
Okay. I'll pull up the chair next to them. So what are we going to talk about?
Nothing.
How about we
Takes
talk
a sip of
about letting me go?
That's a negative.
What if I say please? I like try and be intimidating.
Give me a talk charisma check.
God damn you.
Seem to have gotten some kind of reaction out of him.
You see,
and risk getting fired.
Well, you see, you'd like to think that I'm trapped in here with you, but you're trapped in here with me. I'll
Yeah.
grab him.
Give me a do your punch attack. No, the snap move. Yeah, give me your punch attack, but a -4 modifier. Alright.
What's the armor class of an unarmed butler?
You're not facing the butler, unless you want to grab the butler.
Yeah, I wanted to grab the butler, not the soldier.
Okay. I need to look that up real quick. Doo-ba-doo-doo. I should have one of those player-made GM screens, but I don't. What are you gonna do to that poor butler?
He's my ticket out of here. He's about to become acutely aware that his life is in jeopardy.
Okay.
His life will be literally in your hands.
Pretty much. Oh, I used to be able to find it. Oh, there we go. It's in Zenobus Diary. There we go. Alright, you go to make a lunge at him and grab, but he just sidesteps out of the way. A peaceful human's AC is 10. Fun little fact. The soldier stands up. He doesn't make any threatening moves. Now look here. Calm.
Calm. I'll enhance your calm. I'm gonna punch the soldier.
Alright, same thing, -4. Alright. You go to make a punch and he just sidesteps you and your pinky just glances off of his armor over the shoulder.
Can I use my combat feat to force this through?
Ooh. I don't see why not. Alright. Have you been rolling punch the entire time?
Yes.
Oh no, I wanted you to roll your attack
Oh,
under weapons. Go ahead and roll that. That's why damage hasn't been popping up.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your punch +5 again. You might not have to use your ability.
My punch with a -4 modifier, right?
Yes. Alright, so you're gonna use your ability now?
I don't know. Is 6 shock damage enough to rattle his cage? Because if his armor class is less than 15, he's taken that.
Is...
In fact, that would be the butler first, because I rolled incorrectly on the butler first. Just to retcon slightly.
Then roll a second time. It's not enough for the butler. Well, yeah, the butler's rattled, but gonna kind of cower on the side. Alright, so that one fucking hits the soldier. Let's see his health. Oh, that's right. Hit die, so I roll his health. Blah blah blah. What is the hit die? Alright, you punch him square in the jaw, and he just reels back, spits out a bloody tooth. You fucking son of a bitch. He is going to pull out a shock baton. Does he get any bonuses? Because of what I classified him as. Does, okay. $18 against AC hit.
Sorry?
Does a 18 against your AC hit?
My AC is 16.
Right. Take 8 or 1, 6. Take 3 points of damage. Don't remember if there's anything special about stun batons. Okay, so yeah, you take 3 points of damage.
Let's hit him again.
Alright, go ahead and punch him.
Do I still do -4?
No. Those were because they were sort of like snap attacks. This one's a standard attack. Alright, you go for the swing. Glances off his armor.
Does he take the shock damage?
No, he does not.
Okay, I'm gonna force that one through with my combat ability.
Alright, so that one goes through.
Take 13 damage.
You just kind of gently brush him and push him when you hit his armor, and he just gives you this stupid smirk, and then just come up with a uppercut right up against the edge of his chin, just like you've trained so many times. Hear his teeth just click shut, and he lifts off a couple inches off the ground and falls onto his back, sort of like body slamming down, the weight of his armor just shaking the room effectively.
Right, my butler friend. I
He's
think you're
kinda-
gonna help me get out of here.
Okay. Keeps looking up at the ceiling.
Ah, no, no, no. Unless you want to end up like your soldier friend, you're gonna help me get out of here quietly.
Okay.
So we're gonna walk together side by side, and you're gonna lead me out of here.
Oh, okay. And he starts walking towards the a different part of the wall. So you're next to him the entire time. He comes up to a painting and he swipes the back of his hand in front of the face of some posh-looking woman, and a rectangle in the door, in the wall recesses back, creating this divot, and it slides across the side. And it's just, you know, your standard hidden door. This was an area that you did not kick. If you had, based on how thick it was, you probably wouldn't have noticed. So it's another pure white hallway all the way down, leading to another door.
Lead the way.
So he starts leading. I don't know if you're gonna get through this. You have to get us out of the compound at this rate.
No, 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 my friend, you don't understand. You have to get us out of the compound, or I'm gonna break your neck like a twig.
Kind of just cowers a little bit. You get to the end of the hallway. He swipes the back of his hand against the kind of green receiver. The door, which is not hidden this time, opens up. This is more of what seems to be like your standard concrete facility now. Walls are painted in just some whatever paint they had laying around that's durable. The floor is slip proof. There's markings on it from boots and stuff. We're gonna avoid the lifts, and we're gonna take the stairs.
Sounds like a great idea.
If we get to a carpool, will you just let me go?
You have my word as a soldier that I will not kill a civilian unless you fuck up. If you fuck up, then you're gonna become my enemy, and soldiers kill their enemies.
Okay. Alright. The stairs are this way. If anybody asks, you're an envoy.
Got it.
I'm leading you to the commander's office. It is in this direction. So he starts leading you along. When you start hearing what sounds like people talking up ahead, and he stiffens up to his normal butler self. You know, he just kind of steels himself for the occasion and adopts a walking pattern that's similar to like when you first met him. And he walks along, pays no attention to the people talking, who do look over, and they look at you, and they don't say anything. They just kind of look. Like, look at this man in the strange armor.
I'm just gonna carry on walking behind him, without saying anything, like I'm being led somewhere.
Alright. So, you continue along, and you hear some hush talking behind you. Several more meters later, and you are in front of some stairs. Alright. Going to send 5 flights. Then it'll be 2 lefts. Be at the carport.
Alright, let's go. Lead the way.
Alright. Starts leading you the way. It's pretty simple. Jog down the stairs. The butler's pretty good at it. Make your way down 5 flights. You are what's emblazoned on the concrete at sub-level 5. He opens the door, you take 2 lefts, and you find this kind of just dumb-looking soldier, not wearing as fancy of an armor as the one that you just knocked the absolute lights out of up the stairs. At least you think he's knocked out. It's just some guy in some regular armor. Looks up, sees the butler. Yeah, the luxury model's open. Nobody's taking it out for a joyride per governor orders. Yes, excellent. May I have the keys? Soldier hands the butler the keys, and you follow the butler out to the carport. So you go up to this luxury-looking. Let's go with, yeah. It kind of looks like a limousine, actually. Here is your vehicle.
Excellent. Now, my friend, I don't want you to get into any trouble, so I'm gonna knock you out. If anyone asks, I kidnapped you. Do you understand?
Unfortunately.
Well, you know, I don't want to get a civilian killed, so you've been cooperative. I'll keep my word. I'll knock you out, make it look like I beat the shit out of you a little bit. Not too much, not to leave any lasting injuries, so you got a good reason to be here. I'll knock him out.
I'm gonna let him get a word in edgewise.
No, just headbutt him.
Alright, he's got a massive lump on his forehead, and like his eyes roll back and starts drooling a little bit as he hits the ground.
Right, I'm out of there. Just find the nearest road and disappear into the traffic.
Alright, so you hop into this very posh vehicle. Since you didn't let him get a word in edgewise on how to start the vehicle, it takes a second, and it just works kind of in the same way how he used his wrist. Yeah, you start the vehicle and head out.
My destination is like the nearest, dirtiest city I can find. Somewhere where I feel like the police wouldn't readily follow.
The problem is that this is a floating city.
Ah. We'll figure it out.
All right. Sounds good to me. So, Sam and Morius and Dash, who's just kind of in and out of consciousness right now, mumbling strange things. So you're in this truck now, sitting at the entrance of the main station.
I'm sorry about that. Could you repeat that again? I gotta.
You're just in the truck, basically facing the main entrance.
Alright.
You still haven't gone down the tunnel yet.
Are there any doors that need to be opened?
There's a garage door looking thing at the end.
Oh.
But it's like you gotta drive up 50 meters.
Alright, is there any control rooms off to the side?
You notice various windows, but nobody is manning them, or they're darkened with no lights.
Okay. Then I'm going to drive through to the door.
Okay. When you do start getting closer to the door, it does start automatically opening.
Okay.
Sorry to
Go
interrupt. I pull out as my car is making its escape. I do the most horrible of things. I communications tablet and drive, and I start dialing Sunstorm. What is his name? Sam, yeah.
Alright. So, Sam, as you're driving towards the door, your pocket starts vibrating again.
I hate it when people do this. And I, just with one hand, just pull it up and answer it.
What the fuck did you do?
What did I do? What did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do? You quite clearly have attracted the attention of the local law enforcement. I was held a de facto prisoner in the governor's address.
Oh, that's not good. More or less Dash shot at the cops.
Well, you would better tell me where you are, because I'm in a hot car right now, as in hot of the, being followed by the police variety, probably very shortly.
Let's just get back to the elevator. We're in a not so conspicuous vehicle, and we need to get off this planet.
Right. Well, I can certainly agree with that. I'm aware that there are 2 guards that have been posted at the elevator. They'll be looking for me, maybe not for you guys. I should probably meet with you guys first before we assault the elevator.
I don't think assault is a good idea.
Oh, I think assault is a great idea.
I know you do, but we don't really have the option for that.
Well, like it or not, there are 2 guards posted to that elevator, and we gotta get past them somehow, so you think about that, and you let me know where you are, because I need to be there, soon.
Sam, as you're talking, a man starts walking in the road where the garage door opens. He's armed.
Oh.
He has this sort of incredulous look on his face as the truck headlights are staring at him. He's not fully in the middle of the road. But, Morius, you can certainly clearly see him say, "What the fuck?" as he mouths the words.
Well, shit.
I'm going...
Oh, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to... Can I roll down the window? Just the side window?
Yeah, they're power windows.
Can I help you?
He has like this aghast look on his face. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just new here. We're just, getting a delivery out.
Nobody comes out. Who the fuck are you?
All right, look, it's my first day. I forgot my password. It's a long story.
He backs up and he aims the gun at the truck. At you.
All right. There's no need to be hasty.
Who the fuck are you, and what are you doing down here?
All right, it's a long story. How about we just talk about this? Let me just shut this down, and we'll talk.
Hey, Sunstorm. Hand shoots first.
He unloads about 3 rounds into the car. None of them hit anybody.
I'm gonna punch it.
Alright, you punch it. Start driving down this road with 3 bullet holes. One of them did take out the passenger side windshield, so wind is blowing through, glass shards are coming in and getting all down Dash's shirt and whatnot. Timothy is just going, not Timothy, Teddy in the back's just like, what the hell do you do that for? Hey, this planet already, they're rude.
You faintly hear from your compad. Well, that sounds like gunshots. Hey, what's going on over there?
You just hear people yelling, somebody saying, I'm fucking flooring it, you know.
Just meet us at the elevator.
We have to meet before the elevator somewhere.
I'll let you know when I can actually see daylight.
Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna hide this gaudy piece of shit somewhere. I might look for a like, you know, like a hole in the side of the wall or on top of a building or something, somewhere where I can just hide the vehicle where no one particularly would go.
Sneak intelligence check.
Oh.
Sam, as you're bolting down the straight roadway, a sort of two sideways opening doors part out, and you see this blinding amount of light. You have this strange sensation of weightlessness. Timothy, you park the car under a camera.
Under what?
A camera. Sam, you have this strange feeling of weightlessness as just light bathes you, and blink a couple times, and you see some familiar ash clouds. You're falling at about terminal velocity towards the planet. Give me a pilot check with intelligence.
What'd you do?
All right, you quickly snap to, and you engage the hover dump truck's anti-gravity engines. The truck itself lurches as it struggles to try to find its, let's say, uprightedness against the planet's magnetic and gravitational field, and eventually reorients itself. You do fly through one of those ash clouds. You look at the altimeter and you find that you're only about 20 meters above the surface. You have fallen a rather significant distance, but you're able to regain control of the truck and start ascending again. The cab is just filled with volcanic ash. Give me a physical saving throw. Alright, you're coughing like crazy, but you're still ascending. Your lungs are burning hot. You're gonna take a point of damage.
I somewhat assist him to pilot because I'm still wearing my Atmo filter as far as I'm concerned, so...
That's why you're not getting anything. And Dash is just too asleep to really care, so... That, and it's... Yeah, it would be lethal technically, but it's not lethal, so yeah. Alright. Teddy's also in the back coughing, but yeah, so you take a point of damage and you're able to clear your throat. You're gasping for air, but you regain your senses and you notice that you're about a mile out from the city itself.
Alright, I'm gonna just head back or get close to the elevator, and then just try to, blend in as well as a dump truck can.
Oh, the gang commits Grand Theft Auto. Alright, so you start getting close to the elevator in this massive mining dump truck. As you get close, some of the screens start flashing a warning that you're within X amount of meters or kilometers to the space elevator, and it's considered a no-fly zone. So you'll have to descend to street level, or just break the law, of course.
About how bad does the traffic look at street level, if I can see anything?
Give me a... You have two options. Either try to access it through the computers on the truck, or tilt the truck and look.
Just take care of piloting out.
Yeah, I'll just ask Boreas. Can you give me a readout on traffic?
What do I need to do to get a readout on traffic?
He can either tilt it and show you the ground.
I mean, I'm gonna look at the computers.
Okay, alright. Just give me a program intelligence check. Alright, so you're able to get past some of the dumb security systems that keep you in that sort of small network there, and you're able to pick up some kind of news feed that does have traffic conditions. Traffic's fine. I don't really have much of a description for it. It's high volume, but still
Thank you,
moving.
Tom. Back to you, Lucidia. Traffic looks fine. Just get us the fuck away from here.
I'm gonna take us to street level.
Alright. You descend to street level. The warnings disappear as you finally just kind of wedge yourself in. Let's say you do, cut off a taxi cab or something, and you can hear expletives being shouted.
No, fuck taxis, dude.
Through the open windshield. Yeah, you're now on street level, driving towards the spaceport. So, I am going to call it here, because the next events are going to be something that I'm going to plan out for.
Yay!
Yay!
We're all going back to the elevator.
Back to the elevator. You've caused your chaos, and now you're leaving.
Pretty much.
I sense like we're gonna do that sort of things every planet we land on.
Aren't sandboxes great?
Yeah, get on a planet, cause chaos, get in trouble with the law, and then run away.
Yep,
you guys got me in trouble with the law. I didn't do anything.
Interstellar criminals.
Alright. If you're still watching, thank you.
If you're still watching, you're
Ow, that's rude.
you're very robust. No, I think this was good.
If you're still listening, I still thank you, but not as much, because you're probably listening at work.
To be fair,
Like
though,
I do.
there wasn't anything to watch this time, really.
No, there really wasn't.
There will be next time, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Think of it as a podcast of some sort.
Yes, a horrible YouTube podcast. Right, on that note, I shall cease the recording for now. Join us next time when the assault on the elevator begins.
I'm bad at this.
Nah, we're gonna be fine.
I gotta be fine.
I mean, Mag's got 1 hit point, so if he doesn't make it, that's okay.
Pretty much.
Right, I am ending the
Knew that
recording.
always study prompt last week.